feel like this is going to escalate even further tonight?
My gut feeling is it's going to. The other side of me wishes it wouldn't, that it would be all remain peaceful and that people would have their right to protest properly. But I don't see that because you have certain groups of people that are hell-bent on destruction, mayhem, and anarchy. And unfortunately, they show up to these protests with that general purpose in mind.
And you said it right, the mob mentality, and even with the rubber bullets being fired on the pavement at the protesters, not directly at them, but in the pavement in front of them, that didn't even keep them at bay.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but, you have less than lethal weaponry, and you may have to deploy that less lethal weaponry and direct them to shoot at a couple of the more active, more problematic protesters, because once they get kind of taken out of the game, the others are not going to want to play, so to speak.
Absolutely. It's so interesting to see the two pictures here, one from the ground, one from above, where it's very organized from the air in this particular area. But then you look here and just you see this woman here just kind of yelling at these officers. It's so interesting here in the back. See the two pictures feels like it's from the ground. It's very organized.
Yeah, and the officers have to show great constraint. They're, things are being thrown at them, water bottles, they get taken out of the game, projectiles, skateboards can be used as a weapon. And a lot of times when you see people carrying backpacks, and we found this at federal building protests, those backpacks are laden with rocks, marbles, other things like that, which are really not conducive to a peaceful protest.
And we're watching some video, too, of these dumpsters being used as sort of a guard, a shield, that these protesters have somehow managed to get these dumpsters and put them in the middle of the street.
They get taken out of the game. The others are not going to want to play.
You see this woman here just kind of
you just have to very methodically take that ground, take the dumpsters, take the problematic furniture. Like we saw in Minneapolis, they were using those picnic benches as barricades. And then the officers would move up, take the barricade away, the crowd would reside. So it's a very methodical, very slow process, very, very labor intensive.
These officers. It's so interesting. Just to update our viewers, there's been a couple of updates as far as curfews. The Beverly Hills Police Department tweeting that there will be a curfew in effect tonight for Beverly Hills starting at 8 p.m., ending at 5:30 a.m. We're also hearing that there may be one for West Hollywood that will be coming in later this evening. We're hearing from the mayor. So we have several curfews in LA County that will be implemented tonight. How do you think that will work, Bruce? Do you think a curfew will keep these people at home?
The rational side of law-abiding citizens would be like, oh, it's a curfew, we'll come back and protest tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't believe the curfew is going to be effective. Now, in some of the smaller cities like Beverly Hills, West Hollywood, with very specific access control points, they can do that. However, in the city of Los Angeles, which is massive, I don't see the curfew really being effective.
I think you're right about that. Especially the one for Los Angeles, just downtown LA, will that be expanded? Will the expansion work? It'll be very interesting to see. And then also when night falls, how is this situation going to change? Will the protesters from different areas, because there are different protests throughout the city that are planned, will they all converge?
Yeah, and one of the things that we haven't seen is they're always being thrown at them, taken out of them. We haven't seen any of that. So if you lock down downtown as a weapon, and a lot of times now what are you opening up the west side of and we found this at federal building protest over there in West LA, and then now you've got to shift resources there. So it's kind of you're chasing your tail. Backs are laden with rocks,
Hi, this is Mark Brown.
other
Nice to
things
join
like
you
that,
again.
which
Sorry
are
about the
really not
circumstances under which we
conducive
find
to a
ourselves
peaceful
working
protest.
together again, but here we
And
are.
we're watching
and
some
12
video
hours,
too
not
of
even that,
these
after,
dumpsters being
you
used
and I
as
were
sort of a
on the air
guard,
last
a
night dealing with the
shield.
unrest in the city of
These
Los Angeles.
protesters have
Here we
somehow
are
managed to
again.
get these
And,
dumpsters and
you
put
I
it
feel
in the
like
middle
we
of the
should just
street.
hang out at night and have dinner together.
Well,
Well, it would be
area.
great.
Out
At
of
least
the
the
game.
restaurants are
You'll
open.
hear
That would be
against
cool.
the
Places up.
Nazis
Well,
coming here, just kind of
you know,
Sadly,
you just
what's
have to,
happening here is this
very
does kind of,
methodically take that
in effect,
ground,
delay that,
take the
isn't it, in a
dumpsters,
way?
take
But
the
let's get back
problematic furniture,
to what we're
like we
dealing with
saw
here. You
in
bring up some very
Minneapolis.
valid points
They were
about,
using those
a
picnic
smaller
benches
individual city
as
can enforce
barricades.
a curfew, but the city of
And then the
LA
officers
really
would
can't.
move up,
There's so many
take the
different
barricade
places,
away, the
so
crowd
many
would
different
reside.
targets,
So it's
if
a
you
very
will. I don't want to say
methodical, very
targets,
slow
but places
process,
where people could
very,
go,
very
focal points, let's
labor-intensive.
call them,
Officer.
where
It's so
people are
interesting.
inclined to protest,
Just
that they
to
can
update
show
our
up, or if
viewers,
people are inclined
there's
to
been a
cause
couple of
trouble, they can also
updates
show
as
up.
far as
So many
curfews. The
different
Beverly
places,
Hills Police
and
Department
it's hard
tweeting
to
that there will
really,
be a curfew in
to really
effect
police
tonight
it all.
for
You're really
Beverly
counting on
Hills,
people
starting
to
at 8
observe that
p.m.,
curfew. And
ending at
in places
5:30
like, well, certainly in
a.m. We're
Minneapolis,
also
they have
hearing
not.
that there
It'll
may
be a
be one
test
for
tonight to
West
see if they will in Los
Hollywood that
Angeles.
will be coming in later this evening.
Yeah, and as you said,
We're
Mark,
hearing
there's
from the
many
mayor
places in
to
direct
that.
CNN
So we
building in
have
Hollywood, which we haven't
several
seen anything in
curfews
Hollywood yet.
in
We
LA
haven't seen
County
anything
that
at the
will
federal
be
building.
implemented
We've
tonight.
seen this rally,
How
which
do
was
you
a
think
peaceful
that
rally in Tampa
will
Civic Park
work,
that
Bruce?
kind of
Do you
mushroomed
think a
and
curfew
grew,
will
and then we
keep
saw
these people at
downtown
home?
LA last night. So
what is the
the
choice going to be
rational
later
side
on?
of
Right,
law-abiding
right.
citizens would be like, oh, it's a curfew.
Twitter,
We'll come back
one
and
of the trends on
protest
Twitter
tomorrow.
is Beverly Hills, and the
Unfortunately,
Beverly Hills
I don't
City has
believe
already
the
put out a
curfew is
tweet
going to be
to tell people to
effective.
shelter in
Now, in
place
some of the
and
smaller
don't go out
cities,
and stay off the roads. So who knows?
Mark
If
Brown?